Hello friends, I hope you all are safe at your home with your parents. And in previous lecture we have learned about the some qualifications about the company secretary, and now we are going to learn about the qualifications as well as the qualities of the company secretary. And in previous lecture I think we have completed from point number 7, knowledge of current issue, and now today onwards we are going to further topics, that is of the excellence command over the English and other language. Nowadays, in any company, communication for the business is in English. See, at present, you can say that in every company, at present in modern era, so many companies are running, and they have to do business in their English language. The company secretary has to follow the correspondence with the various parties in English. See, company secretary has to follow some uh, parties, and they have to done the correspondence with the various parties which are very important for the company. Say for example, Reliance Industries secretary has to compulsorily corresponds with the so many companies and so many parties of the business. So he have a knowledge of the English is very compulsory. The company secretary must be excellent in English. See, it is important in present era. It is also important for you that you have to various knowledge about the English subject, so that you can be able to talk as well as correspond with the so many companies. At that time, foreign language is helpful for the secretary to understand and do agreement with the foreign companies. If the company secretary have knowledge of English or foreign language, at that time what happens? He will be able to do any kind of agreements with the foreign companies. Say for example, Reliance Industries wants to do business in the foreign countries at present. So uh, what happens, the secretary of Reliance Industries have also knowledge of that particular country's language, so that what happens, he can be able to do any kind of contract as well as agreement with the company. Now, knowledge of the public relations. The company secretary has to maintain relations with the various parties. See, company secretary has to work with so many parties, and it is very important for the company. The relationship with such parties is essential to build up the confidence amongst these parties. See, it is most important that they have to build a confidence that we are perfect for your business. Say for example, any business unit wants to do business with the different companies. At that time, they have to take in confidence that we are able to do business with you. In the long run, it helps to increase the prestige and goodwill of the company. See, if you take the confidence that particular party, at that time what happens, you will be able to take the company in confidence, and your goodwill will be raised. So your prestige should be also raised. So it is very important that you have to take confidence in that particular business. So the knowledge of public relation is a basic requirement for the company secretary. So if you want to elaborate your business, at that time what happens, you have a knowledge of public relations as well as the maintenance of the relationship with the different companies is very useful. So company secretary have this type of knowledge is very compulsory. Next one is the knowledge of the computer and other electronic gadgets. In the modern times, computer has become a basic requirement for the company. See, you can know, you are very well aware about that all the works at present are doing on the very perfectly works on a computer is very essential. Computer is very helpful to store various types of information regarding the shareholder, debenture holder, board of director, creditor, and other information of the company on huge scale, which save times, resources, and human labor. See, at present, so many data are maintained by the company. Say, for example, debenture holder's name, address, qualification, the shareholder's name, qualification, how much share they have hold, and what type of equity share, what type of share, what type of debenture they have. So all this data are not kept in a book. So what happens, everything should be prepared on a computer screen. So what happens, the huge data can be saved in easily manner with the company. So what happens, it is very necessary that you have a knowledge of computer so that you can maintain your data very perfectly and save the time, resources as well as human labor. To gain this advantage, knowledge of computer is essential. See, at present it is necessary that you have a knowledge of computer is very essential. Moreover, he must be well conversant with the electronic gadgets which are used in office administration and to command and control over the indiscipline of the employees. See, all electronic gadgets are very necessary that secretary have knowledge of this type of gadget. Say for example, director told secretary that show me the CCTV camera. So what happens? If secretary is very well aware at that time, he can show, but he have no idea how to run a CCTV camera. At that time, he will not be able to do the business. So it is very important, and all this type of data is very essential for the company secretary. Now the appointment of the secretary and its legal provisions. As per new Company Act 2013, company secretary is key managerial personnel. See, as per new Company Act 2013, company secretary is considered to be as a key managerial personnel. At the time of the appointment of company secretary, provisions of the company law should be followed. See, while you are appointing this type of secretary, at that time it is necessary that you have to follow the rules and regulations of the company law. Now, legal provision regarding the appointment of the company secretary, which can be asked in a 3 or 5 mark questions. Very first, for the company which has subscribed capital of rupees 5 crore or more, appointment of secretary is mandatory. Say for example, my company is have worth rupees 5 crore or more. At that time, it is necessary for the my company that I should appoint a very one secretary in my company. Only living person can be appointed as a secretary. See, living person who can eat, who can walk, who can talk, who can do anything. He is known as the living person. The partnership firm or any institute, corporate units cannot be appointed. See, partnership firm or any other companies are not appointed as a secretary. The person who is going to be appointed must have a certificate of Institute of Company Secretaries of India. See, if you are appointing as a secretary, at that time it is necessary that you have a degree of CS, that is of the institute, certificate from Institute of the Company Secretaries of India. As a company secretary, minor person or insolvent or an insane person cannot be appointed. See, as per the Company Act, the minor person means who the person who have a age of below 18 years, that is known as the minor person. Insolvent word is already you have learned in standard 11 and in account subject. So person who have a debt but have no money to repay that particular debt, that is known as the insolvent person. And insane persons yani means the lunatic person or unsound minded, or you can say mental person, cannot be appointed as a secretary. To appoint a company secretary, resolution of board should be passed in the board of directors meeting. See, if you want to appoint the secretary, at that time you have to pass a one kind of resolution, that is of one kind of circular, in which all the terms and conditions are mentioned. Terms and conditions of the appointment, on which terms and condition you are appointing that particular person as a secretary. Then remuneration should be also mentioned, that we are going to pay 1 lakh rupees or 5 lakh rupees or 10 lakh rupees or 25 lakh rupees per year, you have to mention. And membership number are essential. See, the membership number of the secretary is also essential. Now the willingness certificate is to be taken from the secretary to be appointed as KMP. Willingness certificate means company secretary wants to do business on his own without any pressure. He is willing to do the job as per the rules and regulations. This type of letter should be taken from the secretary. Say for example, if I want to do the job of company secretary, at that time I have to write the letter that I am willingly work as a secretary and all the terms and condition I am agree with the registrar of companies. See, what type of document should be submitted while during the appointment of the company secretary. It is very essential. Very first, from the management, from MGT 14 along with the resolution of board of directors and consent letter to work as KMP. See, for example, if you want to do appointment of the company secretary, at that time MGT 14 form is necessary to fill with the company registrar and consent letter. That means the person who is appointing as a secretary is willingly work as a company secretary without any kind of pressure. Second, from Form MR1 and willingness letter to work as KMP and resolution of board of the director should be registered within a 60 days. See, you have to also submit the MR1 form and willingness letter as they are working as a KMP, as a key managerial personnel, and it should be registered within a 60 days, that is of the approximately 2 months. Within a 2 months you have to submit this type of documents. Next is the functions and duties of the company secretary. The company secretary has important position in private limited company, public limited company as well as multinational company. See, at present in modern era, company secretary's position is very necessary. Without company secretary's post, it is not able to do any kind of business. The function and responsibility depends upon the types of business, terms and condition. See, very first is the types of business. What type of business at present you are running? Second one is the terms and condition of appointment. On which terms and condition you are appointing that particular person as a company secretary. Next one is the work assigned by director. What should be work is given to the company secretary. The functions and responsibilities which are to be performed are mentioned in agreement. What type of work should be done by the secretary is mentioned in the agreement, which are done between the company as well as the person who is appointing the company secretary. Say for example, if I am appointing as the company secretary, at that time my functions should be mentioned in the agreement with the company. Now functions of secretary which may ask in a 2 mark question. The first, secretary has to report the board of director as per the rules under the provision of law and other rules applicable to the company. See, secretary has to report the board of director that what type of rules and what type of the functions are mentioned in the company act and what type of business we have to do. They have to mention and they have to guide the board of director. Say for example, I am the secretary of any company. At that time I know I have knowledge to the various laws. At that time I have to give the instruction to the board of directors that we cannot do this type of work. The secretary has to ensure that the company is maintaining the secretarial standard. See, secretary has to give a letter that we are maintaining a specific level of the secretarial standard, that we are running our business very perfectly. Next, to perform the duties which are prescribed in law, whatever work is mentioned in company law, they have to do. Means secretary has to do. Say for example, if I am the secretary of any company, at that time I have to follow the rules which are mentioned in company law. Now duties of secretary, which may ask in a 3 or 5 mark questions. Very first, to guide the board of directors of the company for their duties and responsibility. Say for example, if I am the secretary of company, at that time I have to guide the board of directors that we can do this type of work and we cannot do this type of work. So that what happens, we can run our business very perfectly, so that the business can be run very easily. Next is the to arrange the board meeting, annual general meeting, and to prepare their minutes. Say board of director and all the necessary documents as well as to the work should be arranged by the secretary for the board of meeting, for annual general meeting, as well as the minutes of the meeting should be maintained by the secretary. Next is the to obtain the permission of the board of director, general meeting, government and other competent authority as per the company act requirement. See, secretary have most perfect duty that he has to take the permissions of the board of director, central government, general meeting and other competent authority as prescribed in company act, so that what happen, the business can run very easily and perfectly. To represent the various authorities and perform other duties as per the company act. See, secretary has to perform the different duties as per the company act, and they have to do the work as per their scenario to help the board of director to run business company. See, secretary has to help the board of director that this type of work should be done and this type of work should not be done, so that what happens, the business can run very smoothly. To guide and help for good corporate governance and best practices of the company. See, guide and help to the corporate governance. Corporate governance means what type of rules at present are inactive and what type of the practices should be good for the company. So what happens, company can perform their work very perfectly. Say for example, if I am in secretary of any company, at that time it is my duty that I have to guide the board as that these type of rules are very inactive, so that what happens, we can run our business. To perform other duties as prescribed in companies act, whatever other act and whatever other duties are mentioned in company act should be followed by the secretary to perform duties as and when allotted by the board of director. Means what type of and any kind of work is assigned by the board of director, the secretary has to do that particular work. Say for example, I am the secretary of company, and when board of director appoint any kind of work towards me, then I have to follow that particular work. Next is the authority and limitations and liabilities of the company secretary. First of all, authority of the secretary. The Company Act doesn't provide specifically for the authority of secretary. See, in any kind of work, it is not mentioned that this type of work is assigned in the Company Act. There is a provision for the authority in Articles of Association. See, whatever authority are given to the company secretary is mentioned in the Articles of Association, so that what happens, the business can be run very perfectly. And if it is not defined in Articles of Association, board of director pass a resolution regarding the authority of the secretary. See, if you have not mentioned any kind of work, at that time they have to mention in Articles of Association, so that what happen, secretary can work very perfectly. So that what happen, any kind of work should be maintained by the secretary, and so that the business can be done very perfectly, and the work going should be smooth. The authority of the secretary can be described as below. See, authority. Very first, to register the necessary document with the register of companies to obtain the certificate of incorporation. See, if company secretary, if company wants to start his business, at that time they have a certificate of incorporation is very necessary. So if secretary wants to get this type of certificate, at that time he or she has to completely uh, arrange the documents which are necessary for the getting certificate. Say for example, if my company wants to start business, at that time I have a certificate of incorporation is must. The secretary is head of the office administration. See, secretary is the office administration and is the head of to manage the office. He has the authority to look after and control the various department of the company. See, company secretary has to look after the various department of the company so that the department can work very perfectly. The company secretary is authorized to sign the letters related to the allotment of share, calls on share, forfeiture of share transfer, etc. on behalf of the company. See, secretary is authorized person. Secretary have given the authority to allotment of share, calls on share, forfeiture on share transfer. All this type of work should be done by the company secretary and have authority regarding the same. Say for example, allotment and calls you will learn in the standard 12 very perfectly. So it is very perfect idea, and if company secretary wants to take this type of allotment, at that time company secretary is the authority to do the business. The secretary undertakes the corresponds with the different parties on behalf of the company. See, company secretary has to work with the different parties and have a knowledge to how to deal with that particular person. The secretary is authorized to work as agent of the company. See, as per the rule, company secretary is considered that the agent of the company. So that what happen on behalf of the company, he can do the business. Say for example, I am secretary of any company. At that time, I am the representative of any particular company who can manage the business. The company is responsible for the act done by the secretary as per power assigned by the board of director. See, whatever work is assigned by the secretary by the board of director, company secretary has to follow that particular rules so that what happen business can run very smoothly. The secretary is authorized to execute the work as per the direction of the board. As per the rules and regulations, as per the guidance of the secretary, board of director, company secretary can maintain his business very perfectly. So that what happen, company can have a profit for the same. Next is the limitations of the authority of a company secretary. See, limitations which can be asked in a 3 or 5 mark question. Very first, if the board of director has not instructed, the secretary cannot convene the meeting as per his wish. If, say for example, if I am the secretary of any company, at that time it is my duty that if company secretary wants to tell, at that time I can run very business very smoothly so that I can convey the meeting. But when board of directors instruct me, without instruction of the board of director I cannot convey the meeting of board. The secretary cannot borrow the finance on behalf of the company for the company affairs. See, it is my responsibility, and that without permission of board I cannot borrow the finance with the company, so that what happen, the business can be run very smoothly. The secretary can help to prepare agreement, but he cannot enter into agreement on behalf of company without authority. See, secretary is the able to do any kind of agreement, but without the board of directors authority and permission, I cannot do any kind of agreement with the company and other parties. The secretary cannot take any decision on policy matter. See, whatever policy is made by the board of directors, so that if I am secretary of any company, at that time I have no any kind of rules and no any kind of authority that I can change the policy. So that what happen, I have to follow the rules. The agreement entered into are null and void, for which the secretary is not empowered by the board, and the company is not bound for it. See, if I am secretary of any company and I have work without the consent of the company and its board, at that time I am personally responsible for the work. Company will not responsible for the same. The secretary cannot issue share to the public without the authority. See, if I have authority at that time, I can do this type of work. But if I have no authority at that time, I will not be able to do any kind of authority. Next, liability of the company secretary, which can be asked in a 3 or 5 mark question. The company secretary is responsible in following circumstances. See, for this type of work, company secretary is responsible. The company secretary is responsible if violates the provision of the Company Act. See, if I am the secretary of company, at that time I cannot violate the rules and regulations of company. The company secretary is responsible if does not submit necessary documents to the registrar of companies in specific time. See, if I am the secretary, at that time it is my duty that I have to submit the all necessary documents with the registrar of companies. But without that I have not submitted this type of document, at that time I will responsible for whatever loss company faces. The company secretary is responsible if he misuses his power or takes the commission of the secretary. He is liable to punishment with fine and or imprisonment. See, if company secretary takes any kind of uh, secretly profit from the different parties or companies, at that time secretary is punishable with the fine, or he can be imprisoned for the some period. The secretary is responsible for any act beyond the power delegated, misappropriation of fraud, fund or fraud. See, if any kind of secretary, any work should be fraud by secretary, at that time he will be responsible for the same. And you misuse for any kind of power, at that time he will be punishable. The secretary is responsible for any loss that occurs by the company due to willful negligence of duties. See, if I am the secretary of company and I will not fulfill my duty, at that time whatever loss occurred by company due to me, at that time I am personally liable for the pay of that particular loss. It is the responsibility of the secretary to pay the loss. Means I have to pay the loss personally. The secretary is responsible for not writing necessary recommendation of the meeting or minutes of the meeting. If I am the secretary of company, it is my duty that I have to write the all the minutes of the company, but I will not write any kind of uh, minutes. At that time, I am personally responsible for the same. The secretary is responsible if he fails to present annual reports in the general meeting with the prescribed time limit. It is my duty, if I am secretary, that I have to present all the reports in the company. But if I have not submitted for the same, I will personally responsible. The secretary is responsible for the unauthorized changes made by him in a document. See, I cannot change in the document of the company without the permission. If I have do this type of work, at that time I will personally liable for the same, and I cannot do this type of work. So friends, here we have completed this type of duties as well as the liabilities in the company act for the secretary, and that particular should be follow the very perfectly. Once again, I request you all to kindly watch the video up till the end. Without the consent or without the watching this type of video, you will not be able to learn the topic very perfectly. So I request you all to kindly watch the video up till the end so that you will be able to learn as well as you can understand. If you do, if you watch the videos after cutting the 10 minutes, At that time you will not be able to learn the whole topic. So kindly watch it very perfectly and up till the end. Thank you very much.